Hello, Leo. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. So you've got new Ace of Rods, which is Ace of Fire, which is vitality, energy, optimism. It's a real push for new vitality. It's like having a new spring in your step. And the Ace of Rods archetype is like the first one out of the gate. It's got the same feeling as a person who leads a parade. If you think of the person who throws the baton, that's Ace of Wands energy. Or if you think of someone who's running a race and they're the active element, the active runner holding the baton, that's also Ace of Wands energy. So it's like the person who has the energy, the vitality, the enthusiasm, the optimism. It's like a fresh spring. But in the reverse position, there may be something that is being held in check. There's some resistance, fear, or doubt, or delay that's happening with that. So it may be like you've got this new energy, but you're waiting for the skies to clear. You're waiting for something to wrap up before you feel like you can actually embrace that energy. Or you may feel like you want to have the passion, the vitality, the enthusiasm, the vigor towards it, but there's something that is just kind of holding that in check, just below the surface. The sense I get is that you do have this new beginning and your thoughts about it are really clear. That's Ace of Swords energy. Ace of Swords means connecting with the truth, connecting with the one truth that is. It's like a clear day. It's the Excalibur sword. You can see it's crowned here with these laurels of victory and palm fronds. It's like when you connect with truth, with a capital T, that's this card. And I get the sense in some ways that this is part of the revelations you'll be having with that solar eclipse. It blocks out our consciousness so that we can see the shadow around our consciousness, like having a realization. This is like the crisp, clear, new information or knowledge that comes about. I think that solar eclipse may be powerful for you, Leo. But the sense I get is that mentally, you're really ready for this new beginning. You've got this sort of aha moment. But energy-wise, it may be a little bit dampened, or it may just be taking some time coming to the surface. You may be feeling sort of like the need for this closure that we're going to get mid-month before you can go fully forward and through with your plans. But both aces are there for you, Leo. So enjoy this new beginning that's going to be happening for you, especially towards the beginning of the month here. There is some Wands energy here at also the beginning of the month. So the sense I get here is that you're going to need to push through something. This is 10 of Wands coupled with 7 of Wands. 10 of Wands means having a lot on your plate. It can mean oppression or feeling weary. You see this figure carrying 10 wands on this card. So it's like having a lot of irons in the fire, carrying a lot of baggage, carrying a lot of responsibilities, having a lot to do. And whenever this card comes up, I always ask, what is it that you can put down? What is not necessary right now? Sometimes this card shows up for very responsible people because they carry all of it. But the question I always ask is, what can you put down that's not necessary? Or conversely, this is also the teacher card. So what can you offload to others or teach to others that lightens your load? As well as 7 of Wands, which is a card of struggle. These are kind of heavy cards together, oppression and struggle. However, I call this card success despite adversity. So 7 of Wands means standing up for what you believe in. It means that being willing to fight for something that you have some sort of conviction about. And in this card, even though he's fighting off lots of people or leading others, he's in an advantageous position. So it may feel like you're struggling or that you're working through something right now with this 10 of Wands. It may feel heavy, but this card, 7 of Wands, says success despite adversity. See what you can put down. Maybe if it's just putting down 3 things to get from the 10 of Wands to 7 of Wands, that puts you in an advantageous position instead of your back being bent over trying to carry all of this. And also what I ask during this card is, what can you put down that's not yours? Sometimes we have a tendency to carry other people's baggage, especially if you're used to carrying things. And the strong person who collects things and and is responsible. But see if you can at least just put down 3 things, and that puts you in this position, Leo, of advantageous position, success despite adversity, willing to stand up for what you believe in. Because in this position, when you're carrying too much, you don't have any energy to defend what you believe or what you want to act upon. So that's my reading for you. You've got 3 of Swords in reverse with Hermit surrounded by 2 coins cards. So these 2 cards together signify something to do with an earth sign or someone who has the archetype of Knight of Coins. Knight of Coins, it can be an earth sign, so it could either be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Or it could be someone who represents the salesperson. Knight of Coins drives a hard bargain, and he usually is very practical, considers the value of things, especially the financial value of things. He usually takes his time making decisions. So if you know of someone who's got that archetype, it could represent them, or it could just be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or it could be both, really. And there's some sort of heartbreak that's involved with them. This is something that you might be resisting because both of these cards are in reverse. This is like a sadness or a sorrow or a heartbreak. You may have a breakup with someone who is of that archetype or an earth sign, or there may be betrayal, loss, sadness. This card is pretty clear in its imagery in terms of there's 3 swords and they're piercing the heart. So it's the mind piercing the heart, and it's in a place of dark clouds. So and in this, he's looking off. He's kind of going away. So it's either that you're letting go of a salesperson, this could be a family member or a partner or a friend, someone who is leaving the situation, who holds King of Coins archetype, and you may feel sad about it, but there may be some resistance to letting that sadness out. There may be some resisting to acknowledging if you're feeling sad about it, or betrayed, or in grief, or in sorrow, or if there's any sadness on your heart, it might be hard to acknowledge that separation or even that betrayal, whatever's going on here with this King of Coins person. Regardless, I wouldn't put any trust or faith in King of Coins, Knight of Coins, because he's not in the upright position. He's not seeing things clearly. He could either be ill, or he could be not representing himself correctly, or he doesn't have your best interest. He's not capable right now of having your best interests in mind. So that's what's going on with him. I also see that you may feel kind of left out in the cold, but you also at the same time may be trying to see the real truth of the matter. Hermit is a card that is a spiritual disciple, and he goes up into the mountains to discover the truth and then hold it up for the rest of humanity. So he's got sort of loner energy, but he's also got guru energy. It's like the hermit who goes into the mountains to study the truth, to ponder the heavens, and then he holds it up as a light for all of humanity to see. So there's a way in which, Leo, in the middle of the month, even with this going on, you're really wanting to see to the heart of the matter. You're really wanting to see what is actually true. What can I rely upon? You're casting away all the things that have to do with the world, like status, reputation, money, social endeavors, gossip, all those things Hermit doesn't really care about. He just really wants to see what's the truth. So that's going on middle of the month for you. You might want to just take a retreat when this card shows up, because Hermit separates himself off from the rest of society to really acknowledge the truth of the matter. It might be in relation to what's going on. He's holding up the lantern in relation to this situation. So they might be wanting to gain insight about and really take a cold, hard, austere look at what's gone on here. So then this card also, it may impact your finances, and this is for someone who holds on to the money, who has the money, 4 of Coins, and it's a very stable card in terms of money, but sometimes it can block your heart. If money is your main consideration, it can almost immobilize you. That's 4 of Coins energy, because it means having the money, but also kind of feeling immobilized and fearful about money. It means not willing to let anything go. Like, this is a card of a spendthrift. But you can also see it may not allow any more money to come in. This guy's blocking his heart because he has so much money on his mind and he's trying to hold on to every last cent. So when I see this card, I always say, see if you can work with loosening up and freeing up some of the energy regarding money. See if you can like give something out and then see what you can receive back, because this can keep you a little bit immobilized and kind of block your heart a little bit. And then towards the end of the month, I get the sense that this is after the Mercury retrograde goes back direct. You have a lot of beautiful abundance, cups, love energy happening. So first of all, we have Empress. And, you know, this too, in this line with this Knight of Coins and Ace of Wands, in the sense I get is that through him leaving, there's an Ace of Wands new beginning that's available, but there might be some fear, doubt, or resistance about having the energy, the motivation, the stamina to begin it. But you are here as Empress, prosperous, feeling full, feeling satisfied, feeling rich. There may be some resistance or some fear or some doubt about whatever the situation depicts, him being in an upside down position, leaving, and this ace that's in resistance. Once that happens though, or you get through that, a sense I get is you end up here as Empress. And this is the woman who sits on her throne. She's got authority, power, wealth, riches, abundance, everything around her grows. And she's connected with this feminine, intuitive element. It's one of the most feminine cards in the deck. So it's all about receptivity, receiving wealth, receiving abundance, allowing things to be fertile and to grow. So this is a very powerful card. This is a major arcana. If you think about going from this kind of austerity, this hermit, which really has no possessions, kind of has nothing, he's just concerned with the truth, working with this energy of Four of Coins, you know, feeling like you have to hold on to everything, and then ending up here as Empress, where she can just shower whomever she likes with coins because more money is always coming in. She's just like, you know, she's got money coming in and going out. It doesn't really matter. It just surrounds her always. Everything grows with what she touches. Interesting difference between Four of Coins and Empress is that this can be like the Midas card, where everything he touches turns into money, but it entraps him. She's almost the opposite of that, is that everything that she gives out grows around her, and therefore she's showered with all these wealth and riches. She gives birth to things, and therefore she, you know, flowers grow around her, sheaves of wheat, trees, waterfalls happen. I mean, it's just like everything is abundant and full and rich around her. This is a similar card to the archetype of Demeter or Ceres, which is the harvest goddess. So she's the goddess of the summer and the spring, summer, and fall, the harvest season. And her daughter is Persephone, who is the goddess of the winter and the time when things fade. But she's the time of when things grow. So whatever you want to give birth to, Leo. You also have some lovely cups energy down here. Six of Cups is innocence, it's sentimentality. It depicts two children who are giving gifts to one another. It's these lilies, which represent innocence. And it's sort of like the childlike wonder that you experience with someone else who may make you feel like a child. Innocence, naivete, kindness. It's sort of like the love between children. You know how children can meet each other and just become fast friends immediately. It's got that energy to it. And it's also got energy of sentimentality, so things from the past. It could be a reunion with someone that you knew from when you were a child. In the reverse position, it says, be careful that you don't give in to cynicism. This is naivete and innocence. In the reverse position, it may be like not being willing to be vulnerable like a child, not being willing to open your heart and just be innocent. For this, there's no ego, there's no development of who we believe ourselves to be in the adult world yet. It's all fresh and innocent and still being molded. In the reverse position, there's a hesitancy to show up as your inner self, your inner, the child who you are inside. So be willing to be childlike, be willing to be innocent. Let that part out, because that sweet feeling is there for you. But in the reverse position, it's saying don't be cynical. Don't close yourself off. This could actually even refer to a sibling. These two could be young children together. So it could say, don't be cynical towards a sibling. Don't have a hard heart. Be open to seeing the blessings in that relationship. And then this card, Three of Cups, shows this is a card of celebration, of love, of friends and family, of like-minded people. In the Rider-Waite, there's 3 women who are holding up cups and dancing. So it's a real card of social beneficence, social benefit, parties, celebrations, surrounding yourself with people who are like-minded, who love and support you. So this is just saying it's a great time of celebration, a great time to have a party at the end of September, Leo, or just great time to surround yourself with like-minded people. This could be people at the office, this could be your friends, this could be your family, just people who are like-minded and are supportive and loving of you that you want to celebrate with. And then at the very end of the month, you may need to work with something that you're having a hard time forgiving. This could be in relation to the Six of Cups person, but this is judgment. And judgment in the upright position, it's a renewal, cleansing fire of the spiritual realm. So I often call this card letting old baggage go, letting the past be in the past. These are souls that are being called up for judgment, and the spiritual trumpet, the spiritual fire cleanses and renews them, and therefore they're able to be light and be finally let go of. So I often associate this card with forgiveness because of the cleansing spiritual fire that forgiveness has. In the reverse position, it's saying you may be having a hard time forgiving someone. You may be holding on to something from the past that may need to be let go of. Or conversely, judgment can sometimes be like having negative judgments towards others, or being overly judgmental, having a hard, rigid, condemning view of something. So in the reverse position, I'm going to invite you to work with forgiveness, work with letting others be as they are, and letting the ghosts of the past go. Really try to connect with the spiritual fire that's really going to burn things of the past away. And focus on, too, this. You've got a lot of wonderful, celebratory, rich energy here. Look at Empress surrounded by all of her maidens. So this is great end of the month energy here for you. Just see if you can open up towards being a little bit more childlike. That may help you to work with some of this forgiveness energy. If you can see, if there's someone that you're having a hard time letting go of a grudge with, or letting the old baggage of the past go, try to see them like a child. That may help you open up with the innocence of that card instead of the cynicism. So that's my reading for you, Leo. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy this new ace that's coming through, especially with the revelation of the new information that's coming through. And if you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. If there's a Leo that you think may want to hear this message, feel free to share it with them. If you've subscribed already, thank you. And if you'd like to subscribe, you can get notified of my new videos when they become available. And as always, I just want to thank everyone for watching. Yours in the stars.